Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo! I can't get the eyeball thing to work! Hero here. Cha. 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 Oh, dude, that hurt. That really hurt. That was unpleasant. What I have for you today is a list of movies about killer animals, killer insects, bugs, stuff like that I feel are overlooked and are well worth checking out. There is I feel some gems in here. Some of these films, when they were released, maybe they didn't do good. At least one of them apparently won some awards or nominations at something called the 1980s, 1979 Stinky Awards. But that's one I'm a fan of. These movies, again, are ones I think that are worth checking out that maybe are overlooked. And by the way, before we get to looking at these movies, which I spent all of today, this is being recorded on a Saturday watching, I got a couple more movies to watch. Anyways, I want to put a big thank you out to Hobbs Horror because I had gotten stuck on 3 of the films. He made some suggestions, and I'm going to be talking about 1 or 2 of the suggestions he made. So, again, thank you, Hobbs. And if you guys are not subscribed to Hobbs Horror, there'll be a link for him in the description. So check him out and show the Hobbsinator some love. But with that said, let's begin to look at these movies. And I don't know how many I'm going to pick, but let's go ahead and start looking at these movies. 1979's Nightwing is, I feel, an interesting film. The film tells that there is this Indian res, Native American res, in New Mexico that finds itself being plagued by attacks being carried out by vampire bats. By the way, in case you by some chance don't know, yes, vampire bats actually are a breed of bats. But anyways, these bats are also carrying the bubonic plague. And they start off with like the cattle and the livestock before attacking humans. Our hero is Duprat, probably saying his name wrong, who is a member of the tribe and is the local law enforcement on this reservation. Now, apparently on this reservation, some of the people, a lot of the members of the tribe, they believe in the old ways, the different legends and myths and different practices. Duprat's, I guess his parents had died and he was raised by this guy who was like a witch doctor or something, who dies, but not before telling him that he's going to end the world. Now, Duprat finds himself trying to figure out what is going on. He also finds himself dealing with one of the tribal councilmen who wants to bring in these people who apparently found some resources in the mines and caves in the area of this reservation, and he wants to bring them in, aka he wants to bring the white man in to line his pockets with some money. But of course they got the bats, and he's trying to keep everything quiet, and Duprat just wants to basically figure out what's going on. And also when his woman, who took some missionaries out on a camp out, finds herself under attack by the bats. The missionaries are killed. He now wants to save his woman. There is this guy Payne, Payne, who is like a bat hunter who has been tracking and attempting to kill these bats. The movie, again, it's 1979. The effects aren't the greatest when you do see the attacks. It looks like plastic bats, just, little fake little furry bats biting on the people. And apparently also won or was nominated for what was called Stinky Awards. I happen to like the film. And it's also one of the ones that, when I was working on this video, that I went back and rewatched. It is on Tubi. I will put the link in the description. Actually, I'm probably going to put the link for a lot of these movies if they're on Tubi or on a streaming platform in the description. I do highly suggest watching it. This is a good one. Kingdom of Spiders tells of this town that finds itself being plagued by the attack of some spiders that are around killing people. Now, this film is one I have talked about in the past because I don't like the ending. Maybe they're trying to go with a blink ending for this film, but it feels like incomplete. But this film is still very much worth watching, especially if you're a William Shatner fan, because he happens to be in this. And it's these people in the town are trying to combat and stay alive as these spiders are killing them. And again, so I don't know if this is streaming anywhere. So, but if I can again, I said with Nightwing, I would put the link. So if I can find the streaming here, I'm probably just gonna have to put a trailer if I can find the trailer. But I don't. The ending for me hurts this film, but I still feel it's the film very much worth watching, especially if you're used to William Shatner, more of his Star Trek stuff. It's good to see him in a different light, making this film worth checking out. But yes, that ending though. Again, I've talked about this movie, which, given the fact that I've talked about it because of the ending, maybe it is one that is worth watching. Released in 1977, Day of the Animals is a film I believe I have talked about, and I think I'm somewhere else at one point I was even part of a watch-along for this movie. If I can find where that is, I'll put it in the description, but this is an interesting film. Basically, something's going on with our sky and sunbeams or whatever, it's radiation or whatever. It's causing animals to become aggressive, violent, and attack people. Now, the late Christopher George, I believe it's him, plays a he's kind of like this tour guide, whatever. He's taking these people, this group of people, up into the mountains when all this is going on, and they start finding themselves under attack by like bears. I believe there's cougars, mountain lions, or whatever. There's birds who start to pick the people off one by one. We also find that it does perhaps affect humans, as we see Leslie Nielsen, who's in this movie, who starts to become this super duper asshole type character who wants to take charge, tries to assault somebody. He tries to force himself on a woman, tries to fight a bear. Spoiler, you know how that's gonna go. And if you're used to more of his comical stuff, check this out, because this is completely away from the comical one. If you wanted to have a human antagonist for this movie, it's Leslie Nielsen's character. And I think his performance is a highlight of this because it's so memorable. Because again, if you're used to the loaded weapon guy from Airplane, then he played Mr. Magoo. Well, this is opposite, and it was really worth checking out. Again, I know one of films that maybe people really haven't seen or don't talk about, and this is one I have talked about, namely because of Leslie Nielsen's performance. The Nest is a 1987-1988 movie. I kind of got two different years for the release date. It tells of this island community that finds itself being plagued by mutant cockroaches. Basically, what it is, we meet the town lawman, the deputy, who I guess he's got an interest in the waitress or whatever at the local restaurant, and apparently history with the mayor's daughter. And there's an issue going on with the dogs, so being found mutilated. Nothing but some bones and a little bit of meat. Unbeknownst to them, it is the mutant cockroaches. But this leads to a scientist showing up who apparently is linked or responsible for the creation of these mutant cockroaches, which we find out the deal was they were created to go in, kill different vermin and stuff, and then after a certain period of time, they were supposed to die. Only not only have they not died, they are now gone carnivorous. They go from animals, which includes a cat. There's a scene where this evil scientist lady uses a cat, which they kill in a few seconds, to catch some of them. Anyways, they go from that to people. And when the mayor's daughter, who was the former flame of the law guy, there's a bit of, I guess, kind of somewhat of a love triangle or whatever. Because he still has feelings for her, and the waitress lady likes him. They gotta find them, what is going on? What does this company have to do with it? The mayor is linked to this, so they don't know. And by the way, the actor who played the mayor was also in another movie I talk about in this video, Empire of Ants. For some reason, I kept thinking he was also in Friday the 13th Part 8, but when I looked it up now, he's not. This movie, it is really an interesting one, well worth watching. Not really graphically violent, but when you hear the sound the bugs meet, oh shit. The kills tend to be off screen, except when they get the cat. You see the cat flopping around in the cage and it's getting all bloody. I know at least one individual who's not going to like that scene. Anybody who's a cat lover who's not going to like that scene. Eventually, I guess they start mutating. You get a cat killer mutant cockroach, a human mutant killer cockroach. This is on Tubi again, as I said before. The link for this will be in the description, and is another one worth checking out. The reason why I'm doing this video is this. H.G. Wells' Empire of Ants, starring Joan Collins. This 1977 film is a film I remember really enjoying when I was younger, but no one talks about. A lot of these films, no one talks about. And this one is really cool. Basically, Joan Collins plays this woman trying to sell this real estate that's worth spit. It's not worth anything to these people. It just so happens at the same time, around the same time, shortly before then, some ants, there's a barrel that has some kind of chemical in it, washed up on shore, leaked. The ants fed on the chemical, and now, well, they're now quite large. I don't know if they have I mean, it's a cool movie. Anyways, now wherever they are, I forget where they are at, they have got to go through the river, through the woods, to try to stay alive, has the ants start to off them one by one. It is a cool film. The whole plot about the ants being, that was the queen, being able to produce some kind of chemical spray that can cause people to go under mind control. We must obey the ants. It is really a cool movie. And again, it's not really talked about. In fact, I mean, I've thought about this film off and on. And then when I saw, a chance to get it, I believe it was on sale, I went, boom, chicka, 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 boom, 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 boom. I had to get it. I don't know if it's streaming or not. I'll put the trailer for it. But it is a good film. And again, no one's talked about it. In fact, I asked somebody if they had even heard of, Nightwing, the 1979 Killer Bat movie, and they haven't heard about that. But a lot of these films, again, like this, no one talks about. And maybe it's long overdue. These movies get attention. Anyways, if you've, by chance, seen these films, tell me what you guys think about them. Any films like this, all animal or insect, killer insect or animal movies that you feel deserve attention because no one talks about, let me know. Put them in the description. I'll check them out. But anyways, I'm the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.